Most people think wealth is measured in dollars. It is not. Two people can have the same net worth and live in completely different realities. One person owns the house, the cars, and the lifestyle that looks successful from the outside. But every month, the bills arrive first. The mortgage, the car payment, the credit cards. Another person owns less on paper, but their investments quietly pay for their rent, food, and basic life. They can breathe. Same number, different level. That is because wealth is not a number, it is a ladder, and every level has a different rule. The mistake most people make is copying advice from someone on a completely different level. A billionaire says, buy assets. An entrepreneur says, start a business. An investor says, think long term. But none of that helps if you are still trying to survive until Friday. This is the wealth ladder, 7 levels, 1 path, and once you know where you stand, the next step becomes much clearer. Level 1 is survival. At this level, money is not freedom. Money is oxygen. You are not thinking about passive income. You are thinking about the next paycheck. A flat tire becomes a crisis. A medical bill becomes panic. One unexpected expense can ruin the whole month. The goal here is not to get rich. The goal is to stop bleeding. Imagine a ship with holes in it. You can buy a better compass. You can talk about sailing faster, but if water is pouring in, none of that matters. First, you plug the holes. If you are at this level, do not start with a budget. Start with your runway. Open your bank account and ask one brutal question. If no money came in, how many days could I survive? 3 days, 12 days, 1 month? That number is your real financial position. Then pick one leak and close it today. Cancel one payment, sell one thing, delay one expense, make one call. Survival is not about becoming rich. It is about buying yourself enough time to think clearly. Level 2 is stability. This is when you can pay your bills, but you still do not feel safe. You are not drowning anymore, but one emergency can push you back into survival. That is why the first real financial asset is not a stock. It is not real estate. It is not crypto. It is a small pile of cash. Cash feels boring. Nobody brags about an emergency fund, but that small pile of cash changes your brain. When your mind is worried about basic needs, it has less energy for everything else. Less patience, less creativity, worse decisions. If you are at this level, build 1 month of expenses before doing anything complicated. At this level, the goal is not maximum return. The goal is peace. Level 3 is margin. Margin is the gap between what comes in and what goes out. This is where wealth actually begins. The trap here is lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, then upgrade the apartment. You get a bonus, then upgrade the car. Your life looks better, but your freedom does not move. If you are at this level, protect your next raise before it arrives. Send at least half of every increase to the gap. Level 4 is investing. This is where your money starts working after you stop working. But most people enter this level with the wrong question. They ask, what should I buy? Stocks? Real estate? Bitcoin? The better question is, can I stay in the game long enough for compounding to matter? Compounding looks boring in the beginning. The first year feels small. The second year feels small. Then, years later, the curve bends. This is why Warren Buffett's wealth is so misunderstood. The secret was not only high returns, it was time. If you are at this level, keep it boring. Automate a simple investment every month. Do not make it depend on motivation, news, or emotion. The market rewards time more than excitement. Level 5 is ownership. This is where you stop only earning from your labor and start owning something that can produce without you being paid by the hour. It can be a business, a product, a rental property, a YouTube channel, a software tool, a small local service company. The form matters less than the principle. You own a machine that can create value. A job can be a great engine. It can fund your life and your experiments. The mistake is making your paycheck your entire financial identity. If you are at this level, build one small asset outside your job, not an empire. One asset, something that can eventually open a second door. Level 6 is leverage. Leverage means your results can grow faster than your personal effort. A book is leverage. You write it once, and it can be read for years. Software is leverage. You build it once, and it can serve thousands. Media is leverage. You publish once, and it can work while you sleep. Capital is leverage. You invest once, and the asset can keep producing. But leverage has one dangerous rule. It does not make you better. It only makes you louder. Good judgment becomes faster progress. Bad judgment becomes faster damage. A bad idea with no leverage is a lesson. A bad idea with leverage becomes expensive. So before you ask for more reach, more capital, or more scale, ask one question. Is this worth multiplying? If you are at this level, ask one question. What can create value without me being present every time? Level 7 is freedom. This is the level most people imagine. No boss, no alarm clock, no need to work for money. Your assets cover your life. But freedom is not doing nothing. Doing nothing gets boring quickly. Freedom is the ability to choose your problems. One person works because they have to. Another works because the work matters. From the outside, both may look busy, but psychologically, they live in different worlds. At this level, the question changes. You stop asking only, "Can I afford this?" You start asking, "How much freedom does this cost?" That is the wealth ladder. Survival, stability, margin, investing, ownership, leverage, freedom. Most people want to jump straight to the top, but ladders do not work that way. You climb one level at a time, and the level you are on determines what you should do next. Here is your one small upgrade this week. Write down which level you are actually on. Not the level you wish you were on. Not the level you look like online. The level your real financial life proves you are on. Then write down one action for that level. One action. 1 week. You do not need to become rich overnight. Just become slightly wealthier than yesterday.